topic of the day should be, I don't want to do taking it easy again. I guess not taking it easy. It's more of a, what am I thinking of? Today's more of a, I guess, how do you spend a day off? How do you spend your day where you decide you're not working today? Or in my case, I get it off already. Fridays are kind of my Saturday, which is a great day to have a Saturday, mainly because a lot of people are at work. So I kind of just get Friday to do whatever I want. I've been working actually doing an install the next town over for the last month, so right now it's kind of my first time to actually enjoy my Friday off in a while. It's been a little while since I've actually gotten a good chance to go out and just ride on my day off, because either it's too cold or it's raining or I'm working, and I work 2 jobs, so kind of can be difficult to get rides in if you got stuff to do. Now sometimes you'll just get a call from a customer and it's like, well, gotta go deal with that right now. Or I get a call from my main job and they say, hey, can you come back for an hour and do something? Which usually, those are usually pretty quick. It's usually something's making a noise that shouldn't, or there's a smell, like a burning smell, or there's water leaking somewhere it shouldn't be. So this time of year, usually pretty quiet. It hasn't really gotten hot enough, so we haven't really started to get AC calls. Not quite yet. And heating calls have diminished quite a bit. I did get one last week, which was super simple. It was just a oil burner was firing really inconsistent. No, it's simple. It's something that, yeah, you can deal with generally within a couple minutes. You know what's going on, you replace a part, and then you're good to go. But today, so far nothing, and I'm not too worried about, you know, if I take off, go for a ride, and then I get a call mid-ride, hey, my boiler stopped working, or my air conditioner's not blowing cold air, or blah blah blah, whatever. Right now nothing's really an emergency, and even if it was an emergency, I tell them I you know, I'm doing something else and I can be available at this time. This is one of those roads where it's technically like a 35. Just the way it's set up and the way it's zoned and paved. But everyone drives through here like it's a speedway, which I feel like is pretty much any back road. It's kind of chilly actually in the shade, which is kind of nice. I decided go with shorts and short sleeves. Just kind of getting prepped for my ride on. I haven't decided. I think it'll probably be on Monday, but like I said, haven't decided yet. One car behind. Kind of passed in a bad spot, to be honest. It is what it is. I made hay pretty early this morning. You know, I woke up early and I knew I had scrap that had to go back to the junkyard. So that was all broken down, ready to go. And then I woke up early and I went to Walmart because I knew Walmart, thankfully around here Walmart opens at 6. Went to Walmart. I found pretty much everything I needed. Had to buy a hard drive. Something's wrong with my main tower. It's not recognizing all the space I have left in my drive. So I basically went and bought an extra hard drive just for these GoPro video clips, because that was what was causing the issue. Never had an issue before. Probably gonna try swapping my hard drive at some point within the next year. I'm always really slow to make changes like that with computers, because you never know what change you're going to make and then the computer's going to say, oh, it don't work anymore. So I'm usually pretty slow on making big changes on computers. I built my tower, so it's not like I'm afraid to touch it. It's more, it works right now, it does what I need it to do. I use it mostly for video editing and watching YouTube and watching Netflix, and that's about it. I don't do a ton of gaming. I do game, but I am a simpleton console gamer generally. Mainly because I'm not someone who likes to, pull out an old game and then have to fight with it for 4 hours to just get it to run in a buggy state. Now, both my brothers are pretty big into gaming like that, but I don't know, to me it's just not my fancy, not what I like. I think the biggest thing I dislike about that is when you have a game you're looking forward to playing and you fight with it and you can't get it going. It's more frustration than it's worth, in my opinion. And yeah, some people say their experiences can't get on consoles, and I agree with them. But most of the games I like to play are available on consoles, and the experience isn't that tainted. Yeah, on days like this, and I have 2 cats that would much rather I just lay on the couch and do nothing all day, and that will happen. I mean, later this afternoon I will take a nap with them. We'll probably sit down. I'm a big fan of it's my die down. Yeah, I'm like I've said in the past, bike blogger is a big inspiration of video content for me, but I like to watch a lot of horror content. So Manlybadasshero, I watch quite a bit of his content day in, day out. That's a daily watch for me. I just like the weird kind of games that he'll play. And then Librarian. They have some crossover, but for the most part, Manly is more like he'll play traditional released horror games on Steam and itch.io, stuff like that. Whereas Librarian is more, he'll play Half-Life mods, and he plays games more based on god damn it. He plays stuff more based on aesthetic than anything else. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I like his content. My biggest problem with the two, or with Manly at times, Manly can be way too fast with what he does, and he doesn't edit his videos a ton. They're kind of just straightforward. You know, the game is the game. And Librarian is the opposite. He's super duper slow. Hi. Librarian's the opposite. He'll sit there, he'll load into the game and stand at the spawn point and look around for like 20 minutes and talk about how, oh, that tree right there, the aesthetic of that tree is beautiful. I love the sun coming through it. And it's like, that's fine. I like that you enjoy that stuff, because I enjoy those small touches in video games as well. But at the same time, we're on a schedule. Your video is 2 hours long. It could be probably an hour and a half if you just played the fucking game. Going that way. So I like both their content. I like Librarian. Librarian reminds me a lot of one of my brothers, so that's probably why I like him. I think we'll take another ride around one of these little small neighborhoods just to try to get the wind out of the camera so I can do some talking. I didn't trust that she was going to slow down. Alright, let's pull in here. Let's back the pedal assist off one. And let's talk about Manly for a second. Yeah. Oh, it's still bad. It's better. One of the big things about Manlybadasshero that I like is, you know, a lot of horror content back in the day, you know, Markiplier, PewDiePie, those kind of guys, Jacksepticeye, they would sit there and they would just yell into their microphone, and scream and stuff. It's like, I don't understand how that's enjoyable, you know? I don't get any enjoyment out of it. I don't think it's funny. You know, Manly is very big on, you know, he'll play these weird games and he kind of just treats it as if it's normal. And I like that, because then you kind of get to enjoy the actual aesthetic of the game from the perspective of the character that's in it. Because to the character, even though there are things that might be abnormal, to them most of it is normal. You know, if you're fighting aliens in a space station, that might be commonplace. I mean, you might have alien infestations, you know, once a month. signs up like that, like children playing. But fortunately, we do have a lot of people. Hello, pups. Like a pup. Fortunately, you do have a lot of people that treat the roads here like they are speedways instead of just treating them like normal roads. That's an issue we've always had here in Maine. I mean, I grew up on a dirt road. Nothing around, absolutely nothing. And I was still taught at a young age to fear the road. Like, we weren't even supposed to, like, say if we were playing over there and a ball went across the street. When I was real young, I wasn't even supposed to cross that road. I found a lot of people around here have the same, you know, kind of contempt or fear, I guess, for the streets. So they all kind of treat it the same. So when they see someone cycling or walking or anything like that, most people give them the time of day. Even if they don't move over the right way, they still at least make the effort. Forgot about this place. Almost had forgotten about out here. One more by the road. Almost looks like mine, not quite. I was actually pleasantly surprised this year. You know, normally most times with my mower, I gotta fight it every year. This year, my lawn was starting to get a little unruly. I didn't have a lot of flowers for the bees, and I have some bushes that they like to hang around with, so I just figured, you know, screw it. And I mowed my lawn. I think it was last Saturday. I pushed that bubble twice, pulled it, boom, that thing took off. Just like a rocket. Didn't even question it. Huh, someone's building a new house back there. Good for them. Fast as it may seem, I pedaled most of the way here. Let's see if I can find a spot to block this baby up. Santa Stafford is the worst for that shit. There's a bike rack in there. Oh, I think they removed it actually. There's no bike rack there anymore. See if there's one on the other side. It's gonna be no. Wow. Let's check behind the store. Looks like they're just gone. Looks like they took them out and got rid of them, which I think is ridiculous. So we're going to do the old-fashioned hide the bike. We'll hope nobody finds it. Alright, we will be back after these brief messages. I did find it. It is actually here. But this is what they do to me every single fucking time. So come on, guys. What's the point of having a bike rack? Alright. Trying to think of fun ways to get back home. Not just do the identical path back, but I think we're kind of screwed in that regard. I guess we can take a slightly different route. After that white Nissan, I'm actually going to cross over the other side because I'm going to turn where that Toyota's just turned out of. Oh, here we go. Here we are. This is what's known as Old Orchard Road, but we are not in Old Orchard Beach. But if you think about it, the reason it's probably called that is because if you follow it till the end, you're pretty damn close. I mean, you're still a couple miles away. You'd have to get on another connecting road, but you're getting close to Old Orchard. That's probably why it's called that. I don't know. Helps at all. It might help, it might not. Let's go this way for a bit. Oh, that wind, man. It's just so intense. I mean, I don't mind it when it's just kind of whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. But that stuff, man, is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, so all I wanted to do was kind of go out for a small ride, go run an errand on the bike. I grabbed some fake taco crumbles. It's a meat. God damn wind. It's just a meat alternative. And then grab myself some sodas for tonight, because it is Memorial Day. And then also got myself just a little snack to make it back home. Kids' bikes. A weird spot for them. Almost like they're in the woods or something. But good for them. That wind is something else though today, man. It's so windy. But I'm almost home, so it's all good. I think for the rest of this, we're just gonna fast forward with a little bit of music.